What is good, everybody? It's your boy Demon Heart coming back at you with another awesome video. Today's video, we are going to play a brand new game. It's called Judge Sim. It was literally just released today of recording, which is April 3rd. So this game literally just came out today, and I ended up getting it. It looks like it's the American version of the other Judge game that I play, and a little bit better. So we're gonna give this a try. I haven't played it yet. I have waited to play it. I know it says that I played it, but I literally just loaded it in to see if I can fix the sounds. Cause yeah, there's not a whole bunch of community content for it, so we're gonna look at that. So let's go ahead and jump up in this, shall we? All right, y'all. Now that we are in, we're gonna go ahead. We're going to do new game because, as you can see, we can't continue career yet. So we're going to go ahead. Actually, let's look at the instructions, how to play, select the case on the docket, listen to the introduction, opening statements, and witness testimony. Review the evidence, then decide guilty, not guilty, or mistrial. Your goal is to match your verdict to the truth. Correct rulings strengthen your career. Wrong ones damage it. Makes sense. New. Alright, so what we're going to use is John's. We're going to use my 5M name, John Guy. My state, we'll do Indiana, fuck it. There we go. We'll be young. Take the bench. Campaign mode. First one. Alright, court briefing, case 1. Robert Vasquez, court secretary, state versus Michael Carter. Defendant is Michael Carter. He is charged with armed robbery of a downtown bodega. Honorable John Sky of Indiana. The court is now in session. All rise. Begin the hearing. Alright, each hearing moves through phases shown at the bottom right. Introduction, opening statements, witness testimony, evidence review, deliberation, and sentencing. Use the continue button to move forward only when you feel ready. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Alright, continue. Dialogue and testimony. At the top, you need the dialogue and witness testimony. Pay attention to details, tone, and timing. Contradictions often hide in small inconsistencies. On the left, you can inspect evidence, select an item, then use present evidence to challenge a specific line of testimony. When the right exhibit matches the right sentence, you uncover a contradiction and may trigger an objection. At the bottom right, judge options let you question, interrupt, or challenge the flow of testimony. After a strong contradiction, you must decide whether to sustain or overrule objections. Your choices affect tension and your long-term reputation. After reviewing testimony and evidence, you decide guilty, not guilty, or mistrial. For guilty, you also choose the severity of the sentence. Both your verdict and sentence shape justice, public opinion, legal integrity, and your career endings. Okay, so your goal to decide whether the defendant is guilty or not guilty. You win if your verdict makes the truth. Okay. Alright, let's see. Opening statements. The prosecution and the defense may now present their positions to the court. It was just before, witness, it was just before closing when a man in a dark hoodie came in and pointed a gun at me. Okay. Gun was pointed at witness. We'll go ahead and add that to, okay. Oh, you can add it, okay. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. Alright, continue. He shouted for me to empty the register. I was terrified, so I did what he said. Okay. I saw his face for just a second when the hood slipped. I'm sure it was Michael sitting over there. Continue. Security footage shows a suspect of similar build entering the bodega at 10:47. Okay. However, the actual moment of the robbery isn't on the tape because the camera cut out for about 3 minutes. Alright. We later recovered a discarded hoodie with gunshot residue a block away from the store. The court will now review the evidence, examining the exhibits that left. When ready, use the button below to proceed to your verdict. Okay. Security footage showing a hooded figure entering the store at 10:47. Then the 3-minute blackout. Alright. Okay. A dark hoodie recovered in an alley with gunshot residue, but no DNA or fingerprints recovered. Partial prints on the inner cuff excluded. Defendant matched to database pending. If it excluded him. Okay. Time card from the night shift. Defendant's time card indicates he clocked in at a warehouse job across town around at 10:35. Inspect. Make sure punch time. Fine print. Clocked in at 10:35 p.m. Okay. Not guilty. Finalized verdict. Correct verdict. Your ruling matched the facts. Justice is served. Awesome. Alright, so correct verdict. You ruled not guilty. Defendant was in fact not guilty. Your ruling matched the facts. Justice is served. Why this verdict? The defendant's time card placed him at a warehouse across town at 10:35 p.m. The robbery occurred at 10:47 p.m. The security footage showed a 3-minute blackout during the incident, and the recovered hoodie had no DNA or fingerprints. Together, this created reasonable doubt as to identify and presence. Evidence. Okay, verdict rendered. Justice score improved. Media applauds your decisiveness. Each verdict shifts your eligibility for a higher course and unlocks new intermissions and endings. Okay. Case docket. Alright, go to the second one. Case number 2. Diane Oakfer. City versus Rachel Holt. City Transit Authority. Wrongful termination and whistleblower retaliation. Okay. You go to the side. Let's go ahead and continue it. Opening statements. The prosecution and defense may now present their positions to the court. I reported safety violations in subway tunnels, exposed wiring, and missing inspection records. Alright, let's go ahead and add that. Okay. What? Let's go ahead and challenge this. Why can I continue? Alright. I don't see how... Alright, let's try this one again. Let's go ahead and go. Main menu. Continue career. See if we can do this again. I don't know what the hell I was doing there. Alright, continue. Exposed missing inspection records. Continue. 2 weeks later, after 6 years of positive reviews, I was suddenly written up for insubordination. Okay. Go ahead and put that up there. Add to notes. Question. All right. Her performance file shows a pattern of confrontational emails well before any alleged safety report. Go ahead and put that in there. We have no record that she used the official whistleblower hotline or form. Well, they don't have to challenge. We need to challenge that. There we go. We have no... Alright. Present the evidence. Objection or your ruling. We have no record that she used the official... What's the... Okay, that was weird. Alright, so let's see the emails. An email from Hoyt to the safety officer titled Urgent Tunnel Wiring and Missing Inspection Log sent 12 days before her termination. Alright. Performance reviews. Consistently positive annual evaluations with nose praising Holt's attention to details and safety. Okay. Oh, what can I do? I can inspect it. Section allowing safety concerns to be reported to any supervisor or the safety office, not solely through the hotline. I don't see what the... Final verdict. The heck is this? All right. Okay. So we'll do one more. Reynolds versus Harbor Apex Bank. Alleged fraudulent foreclosure and forged documents. Okay. Continue. Opening statements. The prosecution and defense may now present their position to the courts. I fell 2 months behind after my surgery, but I entered a repayment plan the bank approved. Okay. They promised in writing that as long as I made the new payments, foreclosure would be paused. Alright, I kept paying under that plan, then suddenly I got a notice that my house was already scheduled for auction. How do I go back to previous? Okay, apparently I can't. Cool. Our records show Mr. Reynolds defaulted on the repayment agreement and missed 3 consecutive payments. Alright, we'll go ahead and add that. The foreclosure paperwork, including his consent to modify terms, bears his electronic signature. We have no incentive to rush foreclosure. We followed our standard loss mitigation procedures. I examined the audit logs for the bank's e-signature platform used on Mr. Reynolds' documents. Forensics expert. Okay. There's a login from internal bank IP 2 minutes before Mr. Reynolds' so-called signature timestamp. Okay. The metadata suggests the signature page was opened and accepted from the internal IP, not from Mr. Reynolds' devices. Ooh. The courts will now review the evidence. Let's go ahead and look at this. Letters on the Harbor Apex letterhead stating foreclosure will be paused while Reynolds complies with a reduced payment schedule. Okay. Alright, looks good. Technical log showing an internal bank IP accessing and accepting the foreclosure documents minutes before the record signature. Okay. And then payment history. Bank statement indicating Reynolds made all the payments under the modified plan until the foreclosure payment or filing. Okay, continue the verdict. Not guilty. Let's try it. They were in fact guilty. Ruling did not match. The evidence and testimony on the record supported this outcome. Payment history statement. Bank counsel claims 3 missed payments, but the statement shows all modified payments posted before closure. E-signature. Audit logs. Counsel relies on the e-signed consent, yet logs show the acceptance occurred from a bank IP not... That's what I was saying. Oh. Okay, that makes more sense now. Okay, let me... Okay. Case 4. State versus Samir Nazir. Officer Daniel Cole. Alleged police assault during a protest. Okay. The court is now in session in the matter of State versus Samir Nasir. The defendant, Officer Daniel Cole, is charged with alleged police assault during a protest. Okay. Opening statements. The prosecution and defense may now present their positions to the court. I was standing near the barricades, chanting with everyone else. I wasn't throwing anything or pushing officers. Okay. Suddenly, Officer Cole rushed towards me, grabbed my shoulder, and slammed me to the ground. Okay. Okay. Let's challenge that. Mark as suspicious. I was standing near the barricades. Nope. How do you... How do you even... Okay. Challenge. We gave multiple dispersal orders over the loudspeaker. People were pushing on the barricades and throwing bottles. Mr. Nasir arrived at the ER about an hour after the protest with a fractured wrist and bruising on his ribs. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, so how do I... Whoops. Alright, I don't know what's going on with that. Okay, main menu. Continue career. 4. Let's go ahead and skip that. Begin hearing. Continue. I already looked at all of it. Continue the verdict. Guilty. Finalize. There we go. Alright, let me view my career. Alright. Alright, so that's all we're going to do for today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big old thumbs up. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And make sure to turn on the post notification bell so that you'll be notified as to when I upload. I think we'll definitely be giving this another try once I kind of figure out all the ins and outs of it. So, yeah. As always, stay safe, stay happy, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace!